Hey guys, what's up? I'm so glad that you're watching this brand new episode of Wout of the World. And this time we're in the heart of the Caribbean, Dominican Republic, baby!
Punta Cana is of course the hotspot where every holiday starts in the Dominican Republic. And straight from the airport we find this paradise in half an hour.
And of course we're gonna explore the whole country. But why wouldn't we start in this luxurious hotspot where we can drink all day, where we can lie on the beach in the sun and enjoy Punta Cana. Oh yeah.
We stay at one of the main resorts at Punta Cana. It looks like Disneyland, but it's actually Bahia Principe. Punta Cana means sugar cape, because there used to be nothing but sugar cane on the east coast. It was the first place to get electricity and water in the 60s. And now it has over 50,000 hotel rooms. That's slightly more than the population.
We've enjoyed our time in Punta Cana so much, drinking cocktails, sunbathing, the beach, the pool, everything. But it would be such a shame if you wouldn't see anything of the country. The Dominican Republic is so big and so beautiful. You should have a rental car like me and drive around to see everything that's possible.
From Punta Cana we drive on to one of the best places in Dominican Republic. We have to take quite a detour to get to the north side of the island. All the roads seem to go through the capital, Santo Domingo. The drive of today is about 300 kilometers and takes about 5 hours. But it's no punishment because we get to see the island. Oh, and you cannot trust the buses.
It's going great, guys. A little bit of a boat ride over there. I can really recommend it. Dominican Republic, man. Just do it. Well guys, that was quite an interesting road trip. The roads are a little bit different than I'm used to in Europe, but we drove in 5 hours up to the north side in the little peninsula called Samana. And this is a really interesting place because we can see some waterfalls, beautiful beaches, even bounty islands, and go on a whale expedition. So I'm really excited. We're now in Las Terrenas, a beautiful place in the middle of the jungle, so I'm having fun.
Las Terrenas is the perfect starting point in Samaná to explore all the surrounding sites. There's plenty of accommodation as well, from budget hostels to high-end resorts. We stay in another Bahia Principe resort. And as you might have seen already, the nature is overwhelming.
Oh yes guys, we just arrived in Bahia Principe, El Portillo in Samana. This is our luxurious bathroom and I will give you the quick tour. Let's walk over here. We have 2 beds to do all kinds of stuff. One for sleeping and you can fill the rest in.
Jumping on the bed.
Jensie! My son is having the time of his life, of course. Champagne is already set. Let's drink that later and I'll show you the garden. This jungle is my garden. I say this is gonna be a great time, guys. Catch you later.
Time to see the beautiful northern coast of Samana. This peninsula is rugged with dense forest and mountains, but above all, extraordinary beaches. We'll leave the resort to do a hike and see the true highlight of Samana.
Hola. Hola. We drove about 15 minutes to a place called El Limon, and this is the starting point for the hike of the day. We're going to walk to the waterfall in the middle of the jungle called Salto El Limon. You know, I actually been here once before and the road was all dry. But the waterfall didn't give us much water. So this time I'm hoping for a really nice waterfall, because look at the roads.
The hike to the waterfall El Limon is free of charge and you can easily do it without a guide. You just follow the road, river in this case. It takes you about 3 hours to go there and back. And I can give you a spoiler alert already. This waterfall is worth it. And so are the lush green mountains on the way over there. We cross some smaller lakes and are welcomed by a couple of waterfalls before we finally arrive at the magical place. I can't wait to take a natural shower in the 52-meter El Limon.
Wow, guys, this landscape, it's truly magnificent. Dominican Republic, Samana, and this particular hike towards the waterfall, El Limon, I thought it was great. And we are getting ready for the next big adventure, which is gonna be whale watching. Oh yeah. Whoa. Come on guys, keep it up.
And let's continue because there's so much more to explore.
It's a new day and we drove towards the south side of Samana. And over here awaits our new adventure. We're going on a whale expedition. If you go to the Dominican Republic between January and March, you have a big chance to see some big guys swimming over here in the shallow waters.
From the town Santa Bárbara de Samaná, we sailed to the Bay of Samaná. It's internationally known as one of the best places in the world to see humpback whales. During the migration there are over 300 in this bay. On a rough ocean ride we get to see a lot of them.
The target for today was seeing some whales, and we did. But now we drove a little, half an hour further, and we're now in Las Galeras, way on the point of Samana. And this is really the place where time stood still. Where Las Terrenas and Punta Cana were busy tourist spots with luxurious hotels, this is really a small fishing town where time stood still, and you can still enjoy the authentic Caribbean atmosphere. Just look at the beach, completely empty.
Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata.
Las Galeras is named after two galleys that first came here in the 16th century. Galleys were boats transporting prisoners and slaves. The area now has some great little hotels and restaurants and is, to my opinion, the coziest place in all of the Caribbean.
Música, 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 te traigo música, 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 música de la República. ¡Ajá!
Oh, and of course, rum is life here, even while driving.
So let me just show you where we sleep here in Las Galeras. It's called Da Grand Hotel by Standout Hotels. Yeah, it's like an entire apartment. And we have a little kitchen. So no more all-inclusive here, but we have all-inclusive cooking by Suus, of course. And I'm going to show you the bedroom, where all the magic will happen. Jens has his own bedroom. This is mine. It's kind of perfect, right? So let me just show you the view of the pool. You're gonna want to stay here, it's really nice.
You can already rent this 2-bedroom apartment starting from 30 bucks. And we're even here in the high season. I think we stumbled upon a hidden gem. Close to Las Galeras we find yet another highlight of the Dominican Republic.
Today we spent the whole day at Playa Rincon, which is probably the best beach that you can find in the Dominican Republic. It's never busy, and as you can see, it gives you the feeling that you're Tom Hanks on Castaway. Your own little island. Hey guys! Another cool feature I want to show you about this beach is the river just behind it. This is fresh water, so if you want, you can even drink it. And if you swim through this cold water, you will come at the two currents meeting each other at the ocean. So it's really cool to take a dive and swim around. I'll show you.
It's like a natural water park, and with the drone you can see just how incredible this setting is.
They're preparing the boat for us because we're gonna make a little trip through the jungle here, in the clear waters. It's supposed to be really beautiful. Hands, let's do it!
So now we get to see that beach river from the other side. A fun activity, especially for just 10 bucks a boat. Time to head back and do some local shopping.
It's a little bit different than your home grocery store, but what the heck. Let's say it's 180 degrees different, and that's also the temperature here.
And still they seem to have everything we need, like baby food and diapers. And even more important, cold presidente.
This is the life, and I know that this is the life. It's a Dutch song, you don't know it.
Now let's pick it up in the cozy fishing town of Las Galeras. This is a town where time stood still and we enjoy the local restaurants and bars. And for the next adventure we grab a local boat.
Let's go! Our next day trip brings us to a little island on just a small boat ride from Samana. And this island is picture perfect. So beautiful that a lot of TV commercials were shot here. The name is Cayo Levantado, but you might find it under another name. Yes!
Half a century ago, this island was basically unknown, until Bacardi used these scenic beaches for their rum commercials.
That's right, welcome to Bacardi Island. And I couldn't possibly leave without this Bacardi and Coke. Drinking rum in the sun, oh yeah.
Or a pina colada.
Half of this island is private property of the Cayo Levantado resort, but the picture-perfect beach side is open to the public. You won't easily find a more tropical, bounty beach than this one. If you take a local boat like us, it will only cost you 10 bucks to go there and back, and you can stay as long as you like. Another advantage, we are back before the larger groups of tourists arrive. And for us it's time to leave the natural beauty of Samaná for a drive along the north coast. We drive on to the cultural highlight of the north, the country's oldest city. When we arrive there, we are welcomed by our favorite hotel in the DR.
We are in the next hotel. We are in Puerto Plata, and the hotel's name is Emotions by Hodelpa. This is a very chic hotel, so I'm very glad with this room. Look at the size of it. My gosh. We just entered. We're gonna see what to do in Puerto Plata. And this is the view from the balcony, which is pretty nice, pretty nice.
This place is another paradise. The beach is incredible, and next to some poolside relaxing, we enjoy a game of mini golf.
We spent 3 days lying in the sun in this beautiful resort called Emotions in Puerto Plata. But it's time for us to travel through the Dominican Republic again, so let's start with that city, Puerto Plata. The city of Puerto Plata has a very special place in history. This was the first town in the New World, in all of America, discovered by nobody less than Christopher Columbus.
Our walk through the city starts here, at the Puerto Plata Cathedral, built from 1870 in Victorian style. The center of Puerto Plata feels like a small village, and within 15 minutes we walk to the most attractive old building. The fortress of San Felipe was built in 1577 to protect the Spanish colony from the British and Dutch invaders.
If you are in Puerto Plata, there's one thing you couldn't possibly skip. And that's this cable car ride to the top of Mount Isabela for the greatest view of the whole Caribbean. I don't know if you guys saw the last cable car going up, but that was full of tourists, and this one is completely empty. private taxi up to the mountain.
This cable car ride isn't for the faint-hearted. The view is instantly spectacular, but it's also a bit scary to dangle high above the city. Here on Mount Isabel de Torres, we look out over Puerto Plata from nearly 800 meters.
The Dominican Republic used to have a dictator called Rafael Trujillo, and in his days he used to have this bunker on the hillside to protect himself from all the other countries. But now the war is over, and they thought, well, Trujillo is dead, what should we do with this bunker? Let's put a big Jesus on it, and now it's a church. Looks a bit like Rio de Janeiro, right?
The nature up here in the clouds is very interesting too. We go for a little stroll in the botanical gardens. We return with the cable car. Both ways are included in the $10 entry ticket. And a walk around the top is included as well, which makes this a no-brainer and a must-do in Puerto Plata. We now drive on west to the next beautiful place along the north coast.
When you're driving closer to the border of Haiti in the west of the Dominican Republic, you'll notice that there's no more pavement, there's not so much on the street, there's like clay roads, and people are a little bit poorer. It's cozy, little villages, but it's nice, everybody's friendly so far. So we started in Punta Cana and drove all the way up the north coast to Samana, Puerto Plata, and we are now in Monte Christi, in the most western part of the Dominican Republic, close to Haiti. And we're staying in El Cayito in small cabañas near the coast, which is really lovely. Just check this out.
With the drone we see how this little tropical oasis emerges in the dry, rugged landscape. It feels like the edge of the world, far from the busy society, and we enjoy it to the fullest.
So, the inside of the famous cabañas of El Cayito. Pretty perfect, right? Everything we need. We're just like 10 feet away from the pool. And we're gonna eat now, so chilling.
Isn't this a romantic spot? Monte Christi is a quiet place and the local food is both cheap and delicious.
Ask the question, then you said it. Always saying things you're regretting.
And these lovely views are free.
Steps we taken, can't go back to the time and place we met. I was so upset, but you made it all.
Monte Christi is the warmest and driest place you can find in the Dominican Republic. So the nature therefore is very different. Over here we got rocks and mountains instead of sandy beaches. But it's beautiful, and the one behind me, the rock called El Morro, is the most beautiful one of all. And we're just 10 minutes away from it, so let's have a look.
El Morro is a unique natural phenomenon and offers the best coastal views within the Dominican Republic.
Push the pedal to the pavement. I was dreaming that we'd make it.
We feel tiny, standing on this beach between the massive cliffs.
Is a stranger to the time and place we met. I was so upset, but you made it all better. Now it's messing with my head, yeah. We don't say goodbye the best. I still feel ghosts inside my chest. No, we didn't learn our lesson, but if you want, can we try again? We don't say goodbye.
Monte Christi really positively surprised me. I'm drinking this cool Presidente, chilling in the bar, and this landscape around us, it's amazing. Cheers!
And now it's time to explore the south.
Can call you mine. We can hit rewind and treat each other right.
We just spent like 5 hours driving from the north in Monte Christi to the south in Bani. Just outside the city of Bani you can find this little hotel called Sava Salinas. And they gave us a warm welcome with tropical drinks. Brought us to this room, which is really next level. It's a privately owned hotel. And if you just look outside on the balcony, there's the real gimmick, which is a jacuzzi on the balcony. And I'm not even talking about this amazing view behind me. I say paradise!
Sava Salinas is a peaceful oasis in the middle of nowhere. There are few other hotels in this quiet little area. This beautiful green garden is our home for a couple of days, and from here we can make some interesting trips in the area. But it's around 35 degrees Celsius, so this pool is a lifesaver. We have some typical Dominican breakfast called mongu, mashed banana with egg and salami. And then we're off to see the first sight. But hey, what's this?
So we just drove off from the hotel onto the roads to explore the neighborhood, and about 30 iguanas were crossing the road, and they barely move when we pass with the car. Look at the guys just right over here. You see them? They're like this big.
These guys are rhinoceros iguanas, an endangered species that's only found on the island of Hispaniola. In the Dominican Republic and Haiti together live only 8 populations, and we have to drive carefully not to kill them. In only 5 minutes we arrive at the most colorful place in the Dominican Republic.
The biggest attraction in the neighborhood are the salt mines. When Columbus entered the Dominican Republic from the north, he went down south and discovered this beautiful area. He tried to keep it a secret, but his companions thought, well, there's a lot of money to make here. So they built a salt mine, and till today it's still in use. So it's a very special place. Look at it.
We have seen pink lakes and salt flats before, but never in so many different colors. The variety in minerals creates different colored salt. How incredible! With the drone I'm able to witness the salt mining, which hasn't really changed a lot since colonial times if you ask me. The mine employs hundreds of men in this area, but the work seems to be exhausting.
So, on to the next site, and for this we have to make a very long walk. We're going to see the dunes. Oh wait, they're right over here.
I went from side to side to tell my travel come alive.
With dunes as far as the eye can see, and temperatures like these, this almost feels like a stroll through the desert. Okay, we got goats instead of camels, but still.
For the first time I trusted, right on now, I'm gonna ride my own line on. I wanna escape and restart all.
In a half hour we cross the dunes for a spectacular view and keep being amazed that the Dominican Republic has so many different landscapes.
I wanna escape too.
some rest and have a cold presidente in our private hot tub. Life could be worse.
Can't wait to bury the ruins of my mistakes.
And then it's time to continue the road trip along the south coast.
There's a treasure out there, just everyone should just have to choose, yeah.
From Bani we drive a little bit more to the west, and in a couple of days we will end up at the border with Haiti. The first stop is Barahona. It's a city that's not particularly touristy, but if you take a look around the beaches, you will see that the coastline here is amazing. And rough.
I wanna escape and restart all.
We just drove about 2 hours on the south coast towards the west, and we are now in Barahona. And I would advise you this hotel called Hotel El Caribe, which is pretty affordable. The rooms are large, they have a swimming pool, and it's right next to the beach.
In the garden we see lots of banana quids and even hummingbirds. As long as we're here, we might as well enjoy the local atmosphere and great Dominican food. A freshly caught fish with rice and beans cost about $3. And Jens already makes new friends. Barahona is a small harbor town with little tourism, but it's great for seeing the real laid-back Dominican lifestyle. And for us, it's the gateway to the highlight of our trip.
In 2015, I made my first trip here to the Dominican Republic. This trip, we're already 3 weeks all over the country. But if I would ask someone from the Dominican Republic, have I seen everything? They would always say no. Because there's one place that's supposed to be the best place of the whole Caribbean, according to them. And it's called Bahía de las Águilas. And we're going there today. So let's do it.
Bahía de las Águilas is very secluded. You can only get here by 4-wheel drive, so we make a 15-minute boat ride instead.
So guys, I can tell you they did not exaggerate, those Dominicans. This bay is phenomenal. Bahía de las Águilas, which means the Bay of the Eagles. Welcome to the Hotel California. It's such a lovely place. You need sunglasses over here, by the way, because the beach is like blinding. So white.
Have you ever seen a beach like this before? We've been to hundreds of tropical beaches and this remains our favorite. Due to the remote location and the lack of paved roads in the area, this place is still somewhat of a hidden gem. So quiet and so pristine. It's paradise. With a heavy heart we say goodbye to paradise. We pick up the car at our own personal parking cave, and the next challenge will be finding accommodation in this remote place. It's already too late to return to Barahona, so we drive the other way near Haiti.
Today was exhausting, but it was totally worth it. Bahía de las Aguilas is one thing you must do here in Dominican Republic. We're now in Pedernales, which is the border town, close to Haiti. It's a really small town, but quite a big hotel where we are now. It's called Vista de Águilas. And see. This is our room. And I'm so deadly tired that I think I'm gonna rest right now. Hands. Driving along the south coast, there's one city you cannot miss. It's the capital city of Santo Domingo, and of course we pay a little visit to the capital as well.
Santo Domingo was founded in 1496 by Columbus's brother Bartholomew. It's considered the oldest European settlement in the Americas. In 500 years, the settlement grew out to be the biggest city in the Caribbean, with a population of nearly 4 million. We visit the old colonial town that still feels like a small village.
In the heart of the Zona Colonial, you will find this amazing old building called La Catedral de Santo Domingo Primada de América, which means the oldest church in all of North and South America together. Wow.
Our final stop on the road trip is near La Romana in a modern apartment on the beach. It's a great little stop on our way back to Punta Cana, where we have another major site waiting. That final site we visit is Skate Park, a lush natural theme park in the area known as Cap Cana. There are some attractions, but also animals walking around freely.
And this visit to Skate Park concludes our trip through the Dominican Republic. And we're going home. Hell no! Puerto Rico, here we come.
After Puerto Rico, we continue hopping all the islands to the south. Don't forget to subscribe and join us all around the world. Ciao!